presenting a very important story. This is a story about a very important circus with a very important great big tent. And this is a story about three very important people who worked in the circus, named Francis, Margaret, and James. This is also a story about someone who was not so important. His name was Barney. Still, don't forget about Barney. Francis, Margaret, and James were the stars of the circus. They had fancy costumes and signed lots of autographs. And wherever they went, people came to see them. Whereas nobody came to see Barney. He didn't have a costume, and he never signed autographs. Still, you mustn't forget about Barney. Francis was a strong man. He could lift an anvil. Margaret was an acrobat. She was very graceful. James was a lion tamer. He made the big cats roar. And when they performed together, the crowds would clap and cheer. Whereas nobody cheered for Barney. Why should they? He didn't tame lions or lift anvils. All Barney did was odd jobs like handling the ropes that held the big circus tent together. It didn't seem very important. Still, don't forget about Barney, because one day something happened that no one would ever forget. The circus was moving to a new town, quite far away. So Francis packed up his anvil, and Margaret packed up her costumes. James packed up his whip and chair, and off they went, thinking that they had remembered absolutely everything. But they hadn't. They forgot all about one thing. They forgot about Barney. The very next night, in a faraway town, the big circus was set to begin a brand new show. It was a very important night. So, Francis flexed his muscles, Margaret hopped on tiptoe, James cracked his whip, while overhead the big top flapped in the breeze. Everything was ready. That is, everything seemed ready. But was it? It wasn't. Because no one had remembered to tie the big ropes that held the big tent together. And why? That was Barney's job. You all know about Barney. So, the drums rolled, the crowd got quiet, the spotlight flashed on the center ring, and suddenly, suddenly, everyone remembered.
We forgot about Barney.
So it was from that day on that the circus had a brand new start. He didn't lift anvils, and he didn't tame lions, and he didn't turn flips, but he was very important, and everyone remembered. From that day on, nobody ever forgot about Barney again.